So, who beeth the killer? Meanwhile, in the foggy shopping district... Damn it, again? Well, that's a man. Now let's see what's going on. Now we got some story to go on. Naoto!
Are you feeling better now?
Yes, thanks to all of you. I'd like to thank you once again for what happened.
Don't mention it. But, hey, your uniform.
What about it? I mean, she is, like, even though we know Naoto's a she, doesn't mean it's gonna stop her from wearing a boy's uniform.
Huh? Yes.
I just realized something. If she's impersonating a boy, how does she go to the bathroom without anybody noticing? Seriously.
After contemplating the matter, I went with what I've been wearing thus far. There's no need for you to...
Hey, it's the Detective Prince.
So, yeah.
That's no prince. I heard he's a she.
Wait, how did they hear? Is that from the Midnight Channel?
Huh? You serious? If he's a she, then... oh, crap!
I'm kinda disappointed. But then again, there's something neat about it.
God, everybody is so crazy here. It's awesome. There's something neat about it.
Yeah, if you look at it a certain way, doesn't she seem pretty cool?
That's kind of awesome. So, her big secret is out?
My, rumors spread so quickly.
We're on your side.
Thank you. But it doesn't bother me at all. There's no need to worry on my behalf. So please, treat me as you did before. That aside, I'd like to discuss the case with you all.
Good! We'd like to discuss it too, especially for somebody who's been working on the case.
We're dealing with a kidnap and murder case perpetrated by someone lurking in this very town.
Yeah. So how are we gonna find evidence enough to, like, you know, figure out who the hell it is?
And it isn't over yet.
Well, duh.
Let's go over the finer points after school.
Sounds like a very good idea. After school. Juna's food court.
First, I heard the doorbell ring. But when I opened the front door, I saw no one there. Just as alarm bells sounded in my mind, someone grabbed me roughly from behind and covered my mouth with something.
Chloroform?
Immediately afterward, I was put into something like a sack, and most likely carried on the culprit's shoulder.
Wow, how could you remember all that?
Yeah, seriously.
The culprit seems to have used a chemical to incapacitate me, but luckily I wasn't completely unconscious.
So, but wait, how were you were able to remember all these details while Rize, Yukiko, Kanji, and all them weren't able to? Like, they're like, I have no idea.
I had been expecting a trick along those lines, so I was somewhat prepared.
Okay.
And of course, I was desperate to gather as much information as I could.
So, what did you do? Have a little camcorder? That would be amazing if you had a little camcorder on you.
No wonder you're an ace detective.
That ain't something to be proud of. You are too damn calm about all this.
At least she's calm and trying to figure out things, so... whatever. Anyways.
Judging by their actions and body type, I'd say the culprit is definitely a man.
Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of figured that out from that little shadow, but who knows?
I heard no conversations or voices, so I believe he is acting alone. It's after that that things get murky. I felt a single impact, which I assume is when I was thrown inside the TV.
It's so weird saying that. It's like, you know what? It's like a very calm, cool detective. It's like, I assume that's what happened when I was thrown inside the TV. It's kind of like, cool, I guess.
But the time from kidnapping to that point seemed too short. It was a matter of minutes.
So, is he using the TV at Junes as well?
So you were immediately thrown inside the TV after being kidnapped.
You weren't thrown inside your own TV, were you?
Oh, could there have been a TV on the side of the road?
Or the TV... No. That... You know what? That would be a good option, is to find out what TV he's using.
Regrettably, my memory from there on is a blur.
I see. But man, the killer came right up to the door and rang the bell? That's just crazy.
Well, yeah, you need to get him outside.
I finally understand why you all testified that you couldn't recall much of what happened. Such a bizarre experience, with mental and physical fatigue on top of it. It's only natural to be confused.
And of course you're not confused, because, like, I'm awesomely awesome detective.
And going by the surrounding circumstances, my kidnapping and everyone else's were near identical. There is no question that the culprit is the same in each case.
So basically, the killer has gone after people that has recently shown up on TV. But why? Why?
So that Mitsuo boy who said he killed King Moron?
Well, yeah, he killed King Moron, but he didn't kill Saki or, the news reporter lady.
Everything makes sense now.
Somewhat, except for the fact is that we can't figure out who the killer is.
I can't say for sure until I gather more concrete evidence. But Mitsuo Kubo's only victim was Mr. Muraoka. It was a copycat killing that mimicked the true culprit's method.
Because he wanted attention.
No wonder King Moron's death broke the pattern in so many ways.
The question remains, though, as to how Kubo learned of that world.
And I wonder why the killer decided to put him into the TV. Yeah, that's a good question.
That's it! That's what was bothering me. Mitsuo could enter the TV, right? Then why didn't he kill King Moron that way?
Because he didn't know. He didn't know like, he knew about the TV. Maybe he knew about the TV, but he didn't know that you can kill with the TV, because the way he was talking to his shadow, he obviously didn't understand that when you're thrown into the TV, you die, you face your other shadow, and if somebody's not there to help you through it, then you die.
I believe he didn't understand the other world as well as the true culprit.
Yeah, I think that's what I just said.
Even though I can now enter it myself, it wouldn't occur to me to use it for murder.
Yeah.
And remember, the previous corpses left no sign that their deaths had anything to do with the other world. After Kubo became wanted, leaving him with nowhere to run, he probably thought for the first time...
But how did he come... But then how did he come to learn about... Then how did he come to learn about the TV in the first place? Like, was he in contact with the killer, or was it by accident? Or did the killer lead him to the TV?
What if I put my entire body into the TV?
But why would he even bother with the TV in the first place? Unless he saw the killer put somebody in the TV.
The bizarre condition of the corpses that caused such commotion is probably because they died on the other side.
So if they died on the other side, didn't the killer have to bring their bodies out? Or are their bodies here?
It's a simpler explanation than figuring out why the killer would risk disposing of the bodies in such a way. Which means their inexplicable condition of being hung on a foggy day wasn't due to the culprit making a statement.
Huh?
Much of our speculation could be tested if we could ask Kubo in person.
However, he's dead.
I've unfortunately been taken off the investigation.
Really?
And I highly doubt that the police will believe any of this.
Wait, why were you taking off the investigate? Oh. Because they're like... Oh, okay, never mind. I get it.
They wouldn't admit that it wasn't Mitsuo in the first place.
Because they want it case over with done. They don't want the rest of the people to know that they don't have any evidence supporting that it wasn't Mitsuo.
Once you've said something on TV, it's not easy to admit you were wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe the primary cause of my dismissal was because I raised that possibility to them.
That is a very, very high possibility. Which does make sense. I mean, you try and say, dudes, this thing is wrong. The evidence is like... It's like I can't prove it, but something's wrong here. And they go, no, it's not. Get out of here. So...
The police won't readily concede that they made false charges. All the more so if the accused is a juvenile. In fact, the overwhelming sentiment with the police force is to end this case with his arrest.
Basically, end it, close it, be done with it, and pretend that it never happened, basically. Live in ignorance.
Even if it's possible there's another killer?
They don't want... I think that because they don't want people to know that the real killer is still out there, they don't want people afraid anymore. But the thing is that they make themselves look like idiots if somebody else turns up dead, and if we're not able to help.
Those dickheads. I had a feeling that would be the case. Not that I trusted him in the first place.
But, Naoto, if you were that calm when it happened to you, couldn't you have,
Seen the killer?
I'm not saying you should have caught him, but isn't it kind of sad for an ace detective to go down that easily?
She did say that he came up behind her, and it was a man. Like, granted, Naoto is a detective, but unfortunately, it's true that women are physically weaker against men. So, by saying that it's a man who came up behind her with chloroform, yeah, I mean, it would be easy to overpower somebody. And it doesn't have to be a girl, and it doesn't even have to be a girl. It could be anybody. Anybody taken off guard like that. And also the fact is that she probably wanted to prove her theory that, well, we would go rescue her.
To tell you the truth, I was really scared.
Well, yeah, I mean, some random person came up to behind you and shoved a piece of cloth in front of your face, ready to knock you out and kill you.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, Naoto.
It can't be helped.
It's scary. I mean, come on.
None of us could resist the culprit either. Don't forget, Naoto-kun is younger than us, and she's a girl.
Not sexist. Not meaning that in a sexist way. It's just like it's fact.
Oh yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting when I see her talking like this.
Huh?
You know, Naoto?
What is it?
You got balls. For a girl.
That was an interesting comment.
Regardless, I have no doubt that the culprit will continue with his attacks.
So the next person who shows up at the TV, but the way I see it, we already filled out our team, so who's going to be the next person to throw onto the TV? If there is a next person. Well, no, not if there is a next person, who is it going to be?
We can only watch and wait for him to make the next move.
God damn it! I wish there was like some sort of hint or something, underlying hint that would give us a clue as to who it is.
But this is no longer a mere job or someone else's affair. I want to know the truth of why we were targeted.
Yeah, I mean, well, Yosuke's and Chie's were at an accident. And, well, Teddy, too. Yukiko, Rize, Kanji, and Naoto all appeared on TV. And suddenly, like, they were tossed in. And, of course, there's me, who randomly showed up in the picture, somehow had this power, which apparently is going to be explained a little bit closer to the end of the game. Of course, I mean, they say save all the juicy parts for the end. So, just have to wait and see.